Well, hi, this is Jacqueline with Nickel and Dime Decor, and I wanted to finish on straight line quilting and talk about our borders. When you get to crosshatch, what we did on the rest of the quilt, when you get on the borders, you have to have them a little wider apart than what you did up here. And you have to have it centered, and you have to have them evenly across. So the best way that I know to explain it is to find your center. I have 40.5 inches, and my halfway mark would be 20.25. And that happens to be right there on that center seam, which means I did the quilt right. And get you one of these pins that will just iron right off and mark that straight line. Then go over. I put mine on this side right here. They are 1 3/4 inches apart. So go 1 3/4 inches over and mark you a line. Now don't worry about trying to match your seams over here. We're not worried about that. Then put it over on the other side of it and mark your 1 3/4 inches. Do the same down here. 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 inches. And then, because how are you going to decide at what angle to put this if you don't have a marking to start with? And I don't know what degree of marking this is, but I'm going to go from that 1 3/4 mark right there to the other one on the other side. That's going to be my gauge for my very first line. Then you go and find this 1 3/4 mark and go to your other line. And there's our first. I hope you can see that. There's our first mark. Now don't pay any attention now to the middle one, to the middle line, because we're not going to use that anymore. And we'll iron that off when we get through. And then all you have to do is take your ruler and mark 1 3/4 inches and put it right on the line that you just drew, your 1 3/4 inches. And draw your next line. And you can go back and forth, or you can do all of your marks going this way and then turn around and start going the other way. It's however you want to do it. Now, like I say, these aren't matching up to any seams, and that doesn't matter. It looks just perfectly fine, not matching to anything. Now, when you have it all marked and you start sewing, you start up here at your sewn edge and work your way to your not sewn edge. That's not the right word, but raw edge. Because you want to smooth this out. Even though you see how many pins I have down, there's a lot of ease. Do you see how much ease there is? It's not perfectly flat, and there's a lot of ease that I have to work in when I sew this. So that's why start here and get this end done. And remember, you want to go back and forth a couple of times to lock your stitch, because you're going to be trimming that thread. So lock your thread, go back and forth a couple of times. Then down here, do it also, even though we're going to be covering up this end with our binding. Lock your seams down here on this end too. And when you sew, to me, it's a lot easier to go like so, and then you don't have to cut your threads. But sometimes I do, I just don't worry about it. I go ahead and cut it and then go right back up to the top. Because if you do this, you run the risk of not having this laying correctly. So disregard that. Go back up to the top and do all of your lines that go this way, and then go back and always start in the middle and go from one side and then go from this side. Start in your center point. Do all of this one way, do all of this one way, and then start here again to do the opposite way. And that way, everything will lay just pretty good. This side right here is sewn, except for mine going this way. I have it sewn the other way. It's laying down just pretty nice. There's some give in it a little bit, but that's okay. So I just wanted to finish that up with you. And then, of course, when you get all of them done, you're going to trim your edges and put your binding on. But doing this crosshatch has been, I think it's made this quilt more fun than it was. I mean, it's worked great with it, and it looks good on the other side. So try it next time. Straight line stitching with the crosshatch. It works like a charm. Thank you for watching. And I guess I told you this is Nickel and Dime Decor. I don't remember if I said that or not. I just dove in. Thank you again. God bless you.